I am excited. I am excited. Now, let's get your hands dirty. Get a pen, get a journal. Let's go. Get a pen, get a journal. Let's go. Right? Good. Step one. Step one, very important. Pick your 10K idea. Now, 10K is just, that figure that is to challenge you to think big, right? At this level, because that same 10K idea can be converted into a $100,000 idea per month. It's very possible. So, but let's start here. Let's start here. It could be a 1K idea, but I prefer to use $10,000. Okay, good. So, pick your $10,000 idea. Now, spend 10 to 90 minutes doing this. Okay, spend some time here. So, just shut out the distractions, put off notifications, go to a quiet place, put off, you can put in classical music, anything that would help you think at a high level. You can do this too very early in the morning. Personally, for me, I like to create ideas around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., because my mind is so sharp at that particular level. Okay. So, but dedicate some 10 to 90 minutes. Can you come back and increase this? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. But challenge yourself that between minimum 10 minutes, maximum 90 minutes, I am going to write down between 1 to 3 ideas I have been overthinking about and write down everything that surrounds that idea as far as your thinking is concerned. For example, it could be that you want to teach freelancers how to find clients. You're so good at finding clients. Fine, do it. Do it. So when you write the main idea down, go ahead and begin to write. Don't try to manage your thought. No, let your thought flow. Write down everything before you sit down to synthesize, before you sit down to process and to bring order into it. You see, chaos always go ahead of order. So let the ideas flow chaotic. So when you write the first idea, write down everything about the idea, go to the second, go to the third. You can come back to the first idea and begin to perfect the process. If you don't want to do this, do what I call the brain dump brilliance. The brain dump brilliance. What does that mean? It means that you take time within this 10 to 90 minutes again to write down 3 things people always ask you for help with, especially friends, family members, or acquainted people on social media. They just call you, right? Or they just send you a quick because of the kind of content that you create if you're a content person. Like, for example, many of the things I have today as coaching solutions and consulting programs are many of the things that because I write a lot on social media, so people used to reach out to me, and still today they still reach out to me and ask, general questions and all of that. And I'll keep taking those things and dumping them somewhere in my notepad because that helps me to understand that this is the perceived value that people have about me based on the content I create on social media. You see how powerful that is? So write down 3 things people always ask you for help with. These are your money signals. So within this 10 to 90 minutes, document those things. What are the kind of things that people ask you about? What are the kind of questions they ask you? What are the kind of responses you give them? Document these things, right? Or if you don't want to do this, and you can do all the 3, but I want to give you options here because this first step is important, very important. Or do what I call extract the system. For example, turn your experience into a simple 3 to 5 step frameworks others can follow. Turn your experience into a simple 3 to 5 step framework others can follow. It can be a 3-step framework, 4-step framework, 5-step framework, even a 7-step framework, depending on the kind of industry you are in. But the goal is you have experience. Can you turn that experience into the same steps you always follow to do something? Can you document it in a way that somebody can read, even a 5-year-old can read and understand. Like they can copy and paste. You get a perspective? That's the goal. They can copy and paste. So turn your experience into a simple 3 to 5 step framework others can follow. Why? Why is this important? Simple. People don't buy information. They buy order, they buy clarity, and they buy steps. People buy order, they buy clarity, they buy steps. That's why you bought this course. You bought order, you bought clarity, and you're buying steps so they can copy and paste in your life and see your own result, right? Still in step one, or do what I call package the transformation. Package the transformation. What does that mean? Write a one-liner still within your 10 to 90 minutes. You now see why you can even extend this 90-minute stuff, because I'm giving you so many options here to bring you to that place of you really emptying yourself as much as you can. Okay, this is very important. So write a one-liner. For example, I help I help single mothers to go from the pain of maybe losing an important relationship to being vibrant, confident, and getting into happy relationships using your Raja framework. What is the name of your framework? Right? Let's say you are a marketing professional in a large company and you have so much, marketing expertise that you want to, productize and give people. Fine. I help startup entrepreneurs who are confused to know how to market their startups from obscurity to the limelight using this and this and this, right? So package the transformation in a one-liner. I help write the people that you help to go from write the pain and write the promise, the outcome that they will experience after using your framework. Now, this one-liner at first will not be perfect. Second time, not perfect. You may need to refine it over and over until it is so precise and so impactful. You can use ChatGPT to help you do this. Why? Because this will become your pitch, your content, your brand, your offer, even your LinkedIn description, your Twitter description, your Facebook, description if you want to. Okay, so this is step one. Do it and you will be amazed. This 90 minutes or 10 to 60 minutes or 90 minutes or even some more will be one of the best things you will ever do as far as productizing your experience and your knowledge is concerned. Get to work, get your hands dirty, no stress, very simple yet profound, and you will be amazed at the results that you will come out with from this particular process.